It was the playoffs, and the Knicks were playing the Bulls, and we were sitting at my parents' house smoking bong hits. You always hear these stories about old-timey people sneaking into stadiums and shit. I was like, why don't we do that? I was like, well, why don't we leave here right before halftime and just spend halftime trying to sneak into the Knicks game, and if we don't get in, we'll just come back. We'll watch the rest of the game on TV. So we walked over there, and I didn't have a plan, but the first piece of my plan was that rich people can do whatever they want. So we were going to masquerade as rich people. There was an entrance that I thought just rich people went in on. I don't know if that was true or not. And I went there, and they said, tickets. And I said, oh, our dad has the tickets, and he's on the floor. Just let us in and we'll grab the tickets. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. So we left, and then I see a trailer from NBC Sports, and I was like, because I had been an intern at MTV when I was in high school, and I was like, we'll just say we're interns, and they'll give us a credential, and they'll just let us in for free. So we go to the trailer, and I said, oh, we're late, we're interns, and we're supposed to be inside, can you give us a credential? And he goes, well, who do you work for? And the only person I knew at NBC Sports was the head of NBC Sports, and I didn't know him, I just know his name. And his name was Dick Ebersol, who's like went on to be some very important media person. And he was like, get the fuck out of here, you don't know Dick Ebersol. And basically, like, if you look at Madison Square Garden, it's a circle, and the first spot was here, the second spot was here, my dad lives over here, so I figured we'd go around the bend, and if by the time we got to the southern end of the garden, we couldn't get in, we go home. And on that end of the garden, there was nothing. It was just an entrance to Penn Station. And I was like, fuck, I think we should just go back so we can at least watch the rest of the game. And I look up again, and there are these doors at the back of, I thought it was Madison Square Garden, storm doors where like you leave, and then the door closes and there's no handle on the door. And I see one of them is open like this. And I went, Dave, come here. And we ran over there, and I bend down low, and I grabbed the bottom of the door, and I pulled it open.